Hello and welcome. My name is Rusty Humphries, and coming up in just a couple of moments, we will be starting the Rusty Humphries Rebellion live here on Facebook, across the Facebook universe. Love for you to check in. That means I want to know who you are and where you are a deplorable from. Also, while you have a moment, would you please do me a favor? And that is share this video. Would you let friends know that we're out here, that we're live, we're going around the mainstream media, and we need people to know that we're here and what we're up to. So we can't do it without you. So if you would please share the video, check in, let us know who you are, and we're going to get started in just a couple of seconds here on the Rusty Humphries Rebellion.
Yeah, we don't want to do anything to scare your children. That's the last thing we want to do. That's a direct order. Do it now.
He's been put down, ripped off, cut open. Now, he's unleashed. Unleashed. The American insurgency starts now. This is Rusty Humphries Rebellion Radio.
Hello, my brother from another mother. How are ya, my sister from another mister? Hello, welcome. My name is Rusty Humphries, and this is the Rusty Humphries Rebellion. We are powered by the wonderful folks at Right Wing News. Tonight, we are brought to you by thetoymaker.com. We have a bunch of great sponsors, but thetoymaker.com, this is a great website, and I want to show you some of the stuff they do because I got a box today. The woman behind thetoymaker.com is a wonderful woman. Her name is Marilyn Scott Waters, and she's just creative. She just has this this joy of life and this joy of teaching and art and working with kids and getting kids involved. And she has this thing that you can download online and do it with your kids. It's called the Toy Maker's Mysterious Math Carnival. She just sent it. You just download this. It's a PDF. And what you do is you get with your kid, your younger kid, and they have all these different games and toys you can do. And then also online, there's stuff for holidays, there's free toys. Look at this one you can make. This is the Skippy the Psychic Lion. Guess which number comes in next. And again, you just make online. It's really cool. So if you would please, she's wonderful people. Go to thetoymaker.com. Thetoymaker.com from the workshop of Marilyn. From the workshop of Marilyn Scott Waters. And go see what she might have for you and your family, your kids, and I think you will really, really enjoy it. And sign up for the newsletter. They got a lot of cool stuff there, so go do that if you would please. The other is great sponsor, and then please check in. We're going to talk with you in just a second. Jason says he's from Georgia. Please, no more M&M tonight. I had to take a knee to protest that guy. Last time I knelt that much, I was at a Catholic mass. But hey, thanks for coming. 2-drink minimum. Thank you, Jason. Tonight's program is also sponsored by WaxRx. WaxRx is the pH-conditioned ear wash system that saved my bacon the other day. Oh, man. I had the earwax, and it was just awful, and I couldn't hear. It was the middle of the night. I'm like thinking, oh, I've got to get up early and go to the doctor. It's going to cost me hundreds of dollars, and I hate it when they do it. And I went, wait a second, I got WaxRx. And the kit is right here. This is what it is. It's everything that same ear washer purchased by doctors and clinics, and it just works. It's easy to have. This is something just leave in the bathroom. Hopefully you won't have to use it anytime soon. But go to waxrx.com, waxrx.com, and you will be very, very glad that you did. And get that earwax out of your ears if you would please. All right, let's do some check-ins. See who folks who's here tonight. By the way, thank you for being here. And if you've never been here before, we appreciate you. One thing that you can do to make a difference, and then I'll get to the program, but I want to get started here, is you can share the video. It does make a big difference. You're sharing the video, letting people know that it's out there. And your interaction, your comments, your thumbs up, your hearts, whatever it is, that's how we get not only a larger audience, but that's how Facebook knows not to squeeze us as hard. So if you would please like the video, comment, let us know who you are. Like Jeannie is in Ohio, and Steve is in Abbeville, Alabama, And Carol is there, and Philip is checking in from Las Vegas strong. Let's see here. Fernando is there. Charlie's here. Deborah, Phoenix. Yassel from Miami. Hey, how you doing? Deborah's in Tennessee, and Daniel is in Boston. Kirk is in Ohio. Mark is in Fresno, California. You guys having fires there? I don't think you're having them in Fresno. But it is really, really bad. Northern California is awful. I've heard I've almost want to go to Disneyland this weekend just because I hear there's fires around there and it looks cool. But, I don't want to enjoy myself on other people's pain. It's just, that many fires in California, especially that close to, humankind. It's rough. Let's see. Mike is in West Palm Beach, Florida. Alicia in Springfield, Missouri. Steven's checking in from Texas. Donald's in Missoula, Montana. Kevin is in Franklin, Georgia. Bobby in Tennessee. Gary says, as Johnny Cash goes, I'm from everywhere, man. I'm from everywhere. I cross the desert bare, man. I breathe the mountain air, man. Thank you. No, I do not have a Coke problem. Just had a little nose itch. But, I guess this is in the 80s, so you don't assume that right away. Thank goodness. Never done, I've never done any of that, although I hear it smells good. I'm kidding. Hey, brunch. It's one of those days. Chris in Kansas City, Missouri. Chris, do me a favor. Go to Gates Barbecue. How may I help you? Go get some Gates Barbecue. Nothing better than the beef and a half, if you ask me. The beef and a half, the fries, and the beans, that is the best meal. That's my happy meal. That is, if I ever get the death penalty, that's my last meal. God forbid I get the death penalty. But then again, the show, if it sucks, I kind of understand. And I keep itching my nose. What's going on? I think it's allergies or something. I'm not allergic to much stuff. Brian says, Coke stinks. Good. I don't know. It's actually a David Spade joke. Curtis in North Carolina. Lynette in the home of my old friend Rush Limbaugh. Cape Girardeau, Missouri. Barbara's in Pennsylvania. Mark in Upland, California. Jill's in Texas. Wayne is in Washington. Crane is in Go from Philippines. Hey, Max in Florida. Monty is saying make America great again from Oregon. Lloyd's a deplorable from Odessa, Texas. Sharon from Ocala, Florida. Stephen checking in. Jan checking in. Hank checking in. And more. Guys, thank you so much. I can't get to everybody right now, but keep on checking in. And I do read your comments, and I love them. And after the show, I do what I can to check that stuff up. President Trump on Hannity last night, and I got to say, he was great. He was. I thought he had a lot of good things to say. This is the president I want to hear more from. And I thought what he had to say was excellent. What did you think? Let's play a little bit of it here on the Rusty Humphries Rebellion.
Okay. So no amnesty. No, the wall, no amnesty. No amnesty. No chain migration. Chain migration is one of the disasters. You allow one person in, and that one person brings in 10 or 12 people. Okay. So no amnesty. No, the wall, no amnesty. No amnesty.
All right. So it's just a quick one. But yeah, he's right. And so he's saying no amnesty. He's not going to do it. And good. I thought that he had kind of, I don't know, it didn't look good for a while. By the way, we haven't talked about illegal immigration lately. That's kind of been one of those things where people kind of just ignored it for a while. And I want to bring it back of why we care about it. Little song I did. Yes, I'm singing all the parts on it. Little song I did, Sneak Into the USA. Let me remind you here on the Rusty Humphries Rebellion. Okay, so can you help me with this, sir?
Yes, tell me. What?
Okay, so I want to get into the USA. What do I do?
Take this one. I'm going north.
North?
Yes, north.
Going north. Okay, I can do it. Let's go.
Now everybody has this notion. Come to the USA. Don't you worry about money. Stupid Americans pay. Yeah, they'll pay for your health care. Kids' education too. Just sneak across the border and they'll take care of you. Well, they're crossing from Tijuana and California's line. And up in Vancouver, nobody seems to mind. In containers from China, USA. Way down in Guadalajara and from Pakistan. Tell your friends you're leaving. Let's stuff them in your van. They're coming from Afghanistan through San Francisco Bay. Everybody is sneaking into the USA. Well, they're coming from the galleys down Arizona way. Ask the government to stop it, and if you say no way, they're digging big old tunnels. You know they're coming to stay. 'Cause everybody is sneaking into the USA. USA. Everybody is sneaking into the USA. I love America. Everybody is sneaking into the USA. Everybody is sneaking. Everybody is sneaking to the USA. We gotta get out of here,
Go. Cost me $20 and 15 minutes of my life to teach those guys how to sing that song. Okay, so that was Sneaking into the USA by yours truly. And, you know, again, it's so easy to talk about, the dreamers and the DACA, and, you know, we forget about what is really going on and how many people it's negatively affecting, and why it's not that we're being mean, it's just that we can't afford everybody in the world to come here. Anyway, let's see your comments. Jill writes, a drunk illegal alien killed my neighbor when they crashed into their house. Build the wall. You know, I don't know that I've ever talked about this on the show. About 3 years ago. Maybe coming up on 4 now. I have a little cousin. Actually, what do you call him? Okay, my first cousin's son. I don't know what you call that. I just call him my nephew. I'm sure there's some other thing to call him. But so my cousin, and she had a little boy. She has a son. And it was graduation week of high school. Graduation week. And she asked him, hey, before you go to school, will you do me a favor? Sure, Mom, what can I do? Go down to Starbucks, and would you grab me a cup of coffee and bring it back, and then go to school? Of course, Mom, I love you. This is great. Carol says it's second cousin, or first cousin once removed. You know what? I'm just going to say nephew. Anyway, so he goes out 6:30, 7 a.m., goes and gets coffee, and a drunk illegal immigrant T-boned him, killed him instantly. 17 years old, a good kid. His mom will never be the same. And it was Washington State, so they almost, I'm not even sure what they did to the guy. It really is like we have two different laws. If you're an illegal immigrant, you can get away with a lot more because nobody wants to do anything to, hurt feelings, I guess. I don't know. So, yeah, I believe we need to build that wall. I need, again, there's nothing that can be done to help my cousin or my uncle. My aunt passed away from breast cancer a few years ago, but the whole family just, because this was a good kid. I mean, this was a good kid. clean kid, not a kid. I never saw the kid get in trouble. I mean, I didn't hang out with him all the time. It was kind of a Christmas, Thanksgiving kind of thing, but I never saw him in trouble. Then there's a big story out of L.A. today. No, not the Harvey Weinstein story. He's a piece of garbage. We all know that. This one's kind of funny, and I want to play the whole story and get your take on what should happen to this guy. Let me play it for you here. A TV star who I've never heard of before, you probably haven't either, slapped a reporter, which, hey, that's always entertaining if you ask me.
Reached out to both parties for comment tonight, but we haven't heard back.
Wow.
A big slap. A Mexican soap star lets loose on a red carpet reporter. CBS News' Rachel Kim joins us live in Burbank tonight with more on this violent outburst. Rachel.
Well, Susie, I just spoke with another entertainment reporter who was on the red carpet when this all happened. She says the Mexican actor often is angry and has a bad attitude with reporters, but she never expected the slap. A slap that's going viral tonight. Telenovela star Eduardo Yanez was going down the red carpet at an event in Hollywood Tuesday when one reporter's question set him off. Yanez slapped Paco Fuentes, a reporter for the popular Univision show El Gordo y la Flaca. Fuentes reportedly said right before he was hit, he asked Yanez why his son had to open a GoFundMe account to fix a car he had crashed instead of asking his father. The Mexican actor then said, "If you're so worried about my son, you send him the money or go and talk to him." Fuentes responded by saying that the people are the ones who are worried, that the media, that he is just a messenger. An angry Yanez said that was a lie, that Fuentes was the one trying to make a big deal out of it. The actor accused him of being disrespectful, and as Fuentes began to say he wasn't being disrespectful,
I'm freezing and I don't thinking nothing. I just in shock because I don't know what can I do. You never know what happened in Fuentes' reaction to the same way.
Lupita Herrera is an entertainment reporter for Estrella TV. She had just interviewed Yanez and asked him about the same thing before he got to Fuentes. Herrera tells us Yanez was angry with her too, but she couldn't believe he slapped Fuentes minutes later.
In my opinion, Fuentes, he doing his job. And Eduardo, you need English management or you need something.
We reached out to both parties for comment tonight, but we haven't heard back. Also, no word on whether any charges have been filed. Back to you in the studio.
Yeah, I got your studio. Okay. No reason to play that other than it was funny. A bad actor slapping a bad reporter. Come on, that's entertainment. That's just comedy right there. Let's see here. Yeah, I guess Antifa's got some plans for November 4th. Is that right? By the way, what happened to them? They disappeared. We got a couple of hurricanes and some actual good news in there. I mean, not good news that there was hurricanes, but people came out and helped the folks at Texas and helped the folks of Florida and helped people down in Puerto Rico. And Antifa just disappears. I guess every statue's down. I guess. I don't know. I guess all the Klansmen are gone. All the Nazis, all the fascists. Oh, wait, they're just rebuilding. Waiting for more George Soros money, probably. Now they're planning. And from what I understand, they're planning to be more violent than they've been before. I believe Antifa should be declared a terrorist organization in America. And anybody that goes to an Antifa rally that does any kind of damage should be arrested immediately. This whole thing where we go, well, we're not going to, there's too many of them. We're not going to arrest them. That's the problem. Places like Portland, Oregon, they let these little bastards get away with stuff. And then they keep coming back and back and back and back and back. And it's time to prosecute. Prosecute. Now, again, if they want to go out there and yell and scream in the street, not block traffic, they want to go and get the license, they want to go and do the things the right way, fine. Protest all you want. But when your speech moves into the realm of the physical, hitting people, throwing water balloons full of urine, Coke cans full of cement, and breaking windows or whatever else it is. That's moved from the realm of the speech to the realm of the physical. That's assault. That's damage. There's all kinds of laws that can be applied to those things, and they need to be applied. These little punks need to be held accountable. And the Democrat Party, the politicians who thought that would be a good political move to get behind these people, they need to be held accountable too. That's what I say. Let's see what you have to say. Mary says they think they're arming up. Chris is checking in from New Zealand. Hey, Chris. Billy's from Wiley, Texas, saying illegal, unlicensed immigrant falls asleep at the wheel at 3 p.m., killing a man and his 2 infant children. He's already been deported before. His punishment, 2 years. Really? Is that it? 2 years? Oh, my goodness. It's a slap in the face of Americans, says Billy. Matthew says it's just going to get worse when they get here. They breed a lot. And then they try to get Sharia law here. Then they can get free housing benefits and a lot. That's when the homeless dying in the street, no one cares. Diane says, is Antifa illegal? They are not gone. I was being facetious. But if you look in the news, they've disappeared. Right? You haven't seen them march. You haven't seen them do anything for a while. Because they have gone back into their holes, their little rats' nests, their little garbage pins, their city dumps. They've gone back to there to try to plan more damage and destruction, to try to destroy this great republic. Kenda says they can't be too proud of what they do. They can't show their faces. Call the guard out. Lock them up. Yeah. Brad says, ask Hillary where they went. Did you see a story? I saw a story where I guess Hillary and Bill are fighting, and that Bill got mad at Hillary's book for some reason, and that he threw her book away or something. Now, I get the throwing the book away because that thing must be just garbage. But, yeah. Bill and Hillary fighting. Who could have seen that coming? Wait a second. You mean to tell me that after their political careers, they might split up? What? No way. I don't like rhinos. Like John McCain, Republicans in name only. And I don't like Bill Clinton's wino either. Wife in name only. Yeah, it's a book full of lies. No wonder he threw it away. That's right, Diane. What other video I have today? Anything else good? I don't even know what this one is. Let's see. I've got a video posted. Let's just check a look here on the Rusty Humphries Rebellion. Oh, I remember what this is now. Yeah. So, how stuff comes up in your Facebook feed that says, yeah, a couple years ago this happened or that happened. This was a couple of years ago. I went to Las Vegas. And I went to the Siegfried and Roy Secret Garden. I don't know if you've ever been there. It's behind the Mirage Hotel. And it's like $12 to get in. But it's really, really cool. And it's got the tigers and stuff. And lots of animals and dolphins. It costs, like I said, like $12 to get in there. But I went there and did one of the dumbest things I've ever did. And I forgot about it until it came up on my Facebook feed. And it was so stupid, I thought I'd share it with you here on the Rusty Humphries Rebellion. So I'm here at the Mirage Hotel in Las Vegas. Look, I'm at the Siegfried and Roy. Look at that tiger back there. Siegfried and Roy Secret Garden here. This place is awesome. Take a look. What would be really cool is if Siegfried was here hanging out. Okay, you're a magician, right? Yes. Okay, let me see if I can. Have you done this one? Okay, you see this, right? Okay, yes. Great one. How about that? What an idiot. I'm just saying, maybe I should do the next. I'm just saying. You got one for me? You know one? Yeah. Here? I saw something. Yes. What is this? Oh, a coin. Good luck magic. Oh, I need one of those. Thank you. Because in your wallet, you never run out of money. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, this was funny. I forgot about this. Look at this guy. Flipper offer. Oh, look. Okay. A fun day in Vegas. I know that we don't think of nice things about Vegas anymore, but I still do. You know, it was a horrible, horrible thing that happened there. But anyway, look at this. Joe says, they were racists. They only used white tigers. And by the way, that guy, you know, Siegfried and Roy, yes, they were over the top and all this stuff. But that Siegfried guy, he's really one of the greatest magicians of all time. And I'm the idiot. Hey, you ever seen this before? Poof. What an idiot I am. Oh, I'm a dummy. Okay. Oh. Okay. This is a big story. This is a big story, and I want to share it with you. And that is, have you heard about that dangerous sound? There's some sound that was played in Cuba, and it has. Claire wants to know why we don't know more about Vegas. We had Laura Loomer on the show. She did a pretty good job talking about it. They're still investigating. We're still looking. Anyway, Diane says, sounds like now the security guard was involved with that Vegas shooting. Interesting. Well, I'll definitely look into that. We'll definitely keep checking that out. Anyway, so there is this story about something that has been going on in Cuba. Of course, as you know, another bad deal that Obama got us into was opening up Cuba. We got nothing for it. I'm not against Cuba being open up. I love the Cuban music. I love the Cuban food. I like Cuban cigars, even though they're not as good as other cigars anymore because they have bad quality control. I went to Cuba when I was at Guantanamo Bay 3 times. I mean, it's a beautiful place. I would love to go there and spend time and money. The problem is we've got Fidel frying in hell where he belongs. His brother Raul running stuff, and nothing's much changed. And now something is going on at the American embassy that Obama had to open up. And it's and what they're saying is it sort of sounds like crickets. It's a high-pitched whine. But from where it comes from, they're not sure. It seems to undulate, even writhe. It says, listen closely. There are multiple distinct tones that sound to some like they're colliding in nails on the chalkboard effect. The Associated Press obtained a recording of what some U.S. Embassy workers heard in Havana in a series of unnerving incidents later deemed to be deliberate attacks. Recording released today by the AP is the first disseminated publicly of that was taken in Cuba of a mysterious sound that led investigators initially to suspect a sonic weapon. The recording themselves are not believed to be dangerous to those who listen. Sound experts and physicians say they know of no sound that can cause physical damage when played for short durations at normal levels through standard equipment like a cell phone or computer. What device produced the original sound remains unknown. Americans affected in Havana reported the sound hit them at extreme volumes, and whether there's a direct relationship between the sound and the physical damage suffered by the victims is also unclear. The recordings from Havana have been sent for analysis to the U.S. Navy, which has advanced capabilities for analyzing acoustic signals, and to the intelligence services. All right, so let's play the dangerous sound. And let's hear what this was and see if it would have freaked you out. Let's go with it here. Okay, well, that's annoying. I get if it was really, really loud, though. If it was really loud, that would be a mess. Don't you think? Let's see. All right, we've got more conspiracy theories going on. I'm not a big conspiracy theory guy. Although Jason says, Rusty, I can explain the theory to this. I have a friend who studied this while at NASA. I'm guessing you're talking about the sound, I hope. But Thomas writes, oh, again, I'll report. You decide. Marvin said there was no sound there, huh? Drew says it sounded like feedback of a microphone. Patricia said, I could see that causing hearing loss. Yeah. Joe says you couldn't hear it. Huh. I heard it pretty good. You want to play it again? I'll play it one more time for you people who didn't hear. It's only 5 seconds long. Hold on. I'll play it one more time. All right. Turn up the sound. Make sure you hear it. Let's play it one more time. And here we go. Okay. Don says that's the sound of an NFL football game with no one in the stadium. I like that. Kay says that chills up my back. Deb says it's an electric sound. All right. Tom says, no, the shooter was undercover FBI. That's why he had all the cameras. He was selling all those arms to ISIS, and they killed him and did the shootings. The shooter, so you think that the guy, and again, I don't like saying mass murderers' names, but the guy from Vegas was not a gambler, rich gambler guy, but he was FBI? And that's why he had all the cameras. He was selling those arms. So like a double agent, and he was selling arms to ISIS, and they killed him, and then the ISIS people did the shootings. Interesting. Yeah, that's pretty far-fetched, I think. Hey, I could be wrong. I don't know. Let's see. Jamie says, hurts my ears. That hurts, says Joe. Some people won't hear it if they're tone deaf, says C. Riley. Insects, maybe. Marvin now heard it. Mark says, now it sounds like Eminem's audience. Peter says, just a high-pitched sound like crickets. It's a bunch of sounds. You know, I am an audio expert. It's kind of one of my things. But something like that, where it's at the upper register of human hearing, and there could be a lot of that's above our hearing level, and you crank that up, that could damage ears quite a bit. So I could hear why that would be something dangerous. Susan says, woke the dogs up. That's cool. Michael says, why is it nobody will do something about Hillary and Obama's crimes? But I'm with you. You know, I thought Jeff Sessions was the guy. He seemed to be honest. He seemed to be a guy that would, you know, go out of the way to stand up and do the right thing for the country. And now he's just kind of, I mean, when was the last time you heard from Jeff Sessions? It's crickets. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know. William wonders if that was it from Area 51. I've been to Area 51. Well, been by Area 51. I got close. I went to Yucca Mountain, which was where they were going to store all the nuclear waste for America. And man, that was weird. That was like going into like a James Bond evil villain's lair. I mean, they literally drilled a giant hole in the side of a mountain, and they got a train going right in the middle of it. Again, just like at James Bond. And they're like, well, this is where we're going to store the nuclear waste, and it'll be safe here for 10,000 years. I'm like, 10,000 years? Jesus was walking around 2,000 years ago. Don't you think we can maybe come up with something, I don't know, in 4,000 years? We got to make this thing good for 10,000 years? Anyway, so that's like Area 50. It's like Area 47, and then there's more areas. See, people don't realize that, what is it? I think it's 89% of the state of Nevada. And by the way, yes, it's Nevada, not Nevada. 89% of the state of Nevada is owned by the federal government. And so it's even hard to buy land in Nevada. And one of the ways that certain politicians made money, the rumor is that what they would do is you can't take away any government land. If you take away government land in Nevada, you have to give them private land. So they're always going to have that 89%. And there was a smart politician, and he somehow got it so that they would take land from northern Nevada that was in private hands, turn that into government land, and then take the government land that was in the Vegas area and turn that into land they could sell. So that's how that worked. Let's see. Melody says, I just held my hands over my ears and pressed my ears closed and still heard that sound. Yeah. Marvin says, Sessions is a big letdown. Turn Gowdy loose on him. Yeah. Preston says, tell about the other shooter that was on the ground. Preston, here's what I know. Now, I've been hearing the same conspiracy theory that you have been hearing. I had a friend who was on the show 2 days after the shooting. His name was Kelly Johnson. Kelly was at the concert. Kelly was in the middle of the shooting. He was obviously freaked out, but said that he did not see or hear anything come from the ground. Now, again, when something is that loud and that dangerous and you're fighting for your life, it's hard to know, when shock gets in. But I would think that you would have noticed somebody if they got a gun and they're shooting on the ground. And also, if there was somebody shooting on the ground with a machine gun, don't you think they would have killed a lot more than 58? I mean, that was just shooting ducks in a barrel. So, I don't know. It just seems, again, too conspiratorial. There's too many conspiracy theories going around about stuff that you see on TV, but you don't know for sure. And if you weren't there, I just don't know. I don't know. Yeah, Rusty, you're a sellout. You're probably getting money from the government. Yeah, let me promise you one thing. Whenever your answer is that I'm part of the conspiracy, you better check your premise because you're wrong. Because dang it, I'm waiting for my check. Where's my check? I want my check. Cubs go down. 1 run now in the 4th. Cubs 3, Washington 4. Thank you, Bruce, for that catch-up. Lyndon wants to know, why has the FBI been busy scrubbing devices from eyewitnesses? Don't know. Good question. All right, Matthew says, the shooter was an FBI agent. He was smuggling guns, and it all leads to the 332 skull and bones, and that they did it in the name of Satan. Matthew, really? Come on, you didn't just type that, did you? Come on, buddy. The skull and bones? I mean, C. Drew says, not owned by the federal government, but is owned by the UN. That's not true either. Sandra wants to know, how are these pervasive media people like the New York Times, Washington Post, NBC, CBS, CNN allowed to tell so many lies and not be held accountable? We have a thing called freedom of speech. That is the First Amendment. We are guaranteed the right of a free press. The problem is that the press is not acting responsibly. But we don't want the government coming in and telling you what you can or can't do. We're getting that happening right now to conservative voices on social media. It's not right. But the government coming in, oh my God, that would just be horrible. It would be horrible. And so we got to make sure that we don't want to see, I don't care if you like NBC or CNN or any of those fake news organizations, and I do believe they are putting out a lot of fake garbage news. We do not want the federal government getting involved with what they're saying on those media outlets. We want more voices, not less. Even if they're wrong, we want more voices, not less voices. Okay? Diane wants to know, just curious, are you single, Rusty? I am. Thanks for asking. Have you shared the video? Peggy says false propaganda from the press should be held accountable and shut down. There's a lot of people that believe that what I say about Donald Trump being a good president is false and dangerous. the entire left-wing media, Hollywood, heck, even Eminem, all think that what I'm saying is wrong and a lie. Do you want my voice shut down? Your voice shut down? See, that's the problem when we all of a sudden start going, yeah, I don't like them, let's get the government involved. No. And this is where the rhinos have lost their way. We want less government involvement. Now, there are certain times where, regulation might be one looked at. I don't know. Certain social media sites, maybe. Maybe, I don't know. But we do want to have freedom of speech. Even if it is, again, remember, freedom of speech, the First Amendment protects that speech that you don't like. That's when the left comes out, I have a right to be offended. No, you don't. Nowhere does it say that you have a right to be offended. Nowhere does it say in the Constitution or the Bill of Rights that you have a right to be offended. You have a right to freedom of speech. You don't have a right to be a pussy. Excuse my language. Mary wants to know, I had to say goodbye to my grandson, but I wanted to ask you about Antifa and whether or not it's true that they plan on marching to the White House. I guess they want to dethrone the president. Anyway, I do hope there will be many police, Secret Service, and even armed guards. We need to keep our president safe first. I put nothing, I don't count out Antifa at all. When you have the kind of money and resources that these children have, and the support of the media and of the liberal politicians, and if they think that now's the time to strike Donald Trump, yes, these are the useful idiots that the communists talk about. These are the people being used, and they have no idea what it is they're talking about. So yes, I believe that, here's what my guess is. Some major piece of legislation is going to pop up, and then magically Antifa is going to pop up, and they're going to be against it. And it's going to be all over the country, something that you probably even barely heard of, whether it's the wall, illegal immigration, tax cuts, I don't know what it is. But something, and magically, all of these young punk-ass kids are going to show up all over the country. They're all going to have signs already printed up, T-shirts made, weapons created, and then they're going to cause problems. It's just the way it is. Jill says, my son was at Texas Tech the other night, holed up in a utility closet because there was an active shooter who had already shot an officer in the head. Oh, I heard about that one. So, of course, cue all the gun control crazies. The shooter had serious mental issues. That's the cause of this horrible killing. Yep. Let's see. I'm way behind your comments, folks. Sorry about that. C. Drew says, if government shut down for a few weeks, we wouldn't even miss them. We, the people, run this country. Unless it is... Remember what the Obama administration did when they shut down the government? What did they do? They shut down the World War II memorial, so veterans that were coming to see it couldn't get in. Like, that takes a lot of staffing. I helped raise $1.5 million for the World War II memorial. I'll have to tell you that story sometime. It was only going to be $20,000. I got involved. We raised $1.5 million for the World War II memorial. And they don't have a bunch of staff there. Those staff people could have taken the day off. But no, Obama decides he's going to rope it off. They rope off the Grand Canyon. Why? Because they wanted to do things to piss you off. It's just like the schools. When they go after more money, what do? Oh, we didn't get our money? Yeah, we're going to have to cancel football. Yeah, we're going to have to cancel football and band and all the cool stuff that kids like. And we're going to keep the crappiest stuff. But we want to punish you for voting the way against what we want. Man, liberals are predictable. Peggy says, it's time people use wisdom. God gave us a mighty weapon, and it's the mind. God also warns to guard it against so corruption doesn't contaminate it. You truly want freedom of speech, so you know who to keep vigilant watch on. Connie says, the only resolve then would be a more accurate media. That's more accountable, more avenues to display honest reporting. Again, one of the tough things is that we don't want the government coming in and telling media people what they can or can't say. As much as that sucks. Because I promise you, whatever weapon we try to put up there on the conservative side to stop the liberal lies, they will come up with something much more damaging and much more deadly to conservative speech, because they don't care about the rules, they don't care about the laws. They will take whatever small little teeny pin and they will turn it into a mighty, mighty weapon to shut down conservative speech, I promise you. Bruce says, how funny seeing Meghan McCain on The View sitting next to Van Jones, Mr. Nothingburger. Meghan McCain. Maybe the worst radio host in the history of broadcasting. I mean, she's right up there. Man, was she bad on the radio. Oh, was she terrible. Jason says, cool comments, liking this crowd. Yes, we like you guys. We like you guys. Do me a favor, share the video right now, would you? Share it. Give me some thumbs ups and some hearts, would you? Thumbs ups and hearts. Thumbs ups and hearts. Give them to me now. Gimme, 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 gimme. Now, before I need to take to, in the words of the great philosopher Vanilla Ice, we need to stop, collaborate, and listen. Rusty's back with a brand new invention. Something, grab a hold of me tightly, float like a harpoon daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? Yo, I don't know. Turn off the lights, and I'll glow to the extreme. Rock a mic like a vandal. Light up the stage, a wax chump like a candle. Okay, sorry. Can I tell you about the Zona Plus? First, have it upside down. The Zona Plus. Zona Plus, what is it? It's this. What is this? It's a smart device that might be able to save your life. You have high blood pressure? Doctor's probably got you on medicine, or maybe you're not even taking the medicine. Maybe it's not doing what it should be doing. They found in doing research with fighter pilots that if you squeeze your hand in just the right way for certain intervals, you build up muscles and veins in your arms. You can almost see it as I squeeze. Here. See that? And by doing that, you're going to build up those veins and those muscles, and it'll help lower your blood pressure. Now, I'm not a doctor, so I can't give you a promise, but I can tell you that for many, many people, this has made so they got off the medicine, and it saved lives. You use it 12 minutes a day, 5 days a week, and it's just like playing a video game. You just squeeze it. That's it. It tells you what to do. All you have to do is go to zonaplus.com, zonaplus.com. Find out all about it. They got all the research there. Harvard did studies on all kinds of people have done studies on this device because it's amazing. And when you go to check out, and you should go and buy it, there is a 90-day money-back guarantee. If you use my name, Rusty, R-U-S-T-Y, that's me. If you use my name, Rusty, $50 off. Come on. You can't beat it. You can't beat it. So go to zonaplus.com, find out more. Get yourself a Zona Plus. Would you please? You'll be glad you did. Get it for a loved one. Thanksgiving's coming up. Halloween, Christmas. Let's see. You guys are making fun of my rapping. I was joking. I can bust a rhyme with some of the better of them. My brother from another mother. They need one for low blood pressure as well. Yeah. That's when Peggy says, let's see how it works in your biceps. Hello, my biceps, they're strong and healthy. Thank you very much. You know, if you're a seasoned citizen, one other thing I want to tell you really fast. If you're a seasoned citizen and you've got dry skin, it's very uncomfortable. And your doctor may give you some medicine or you're not quite sure what to do. Well, I've got a thing that is dermatologist recommended. It's called DerMend Moisturizing Anti-Itch Lotion. And like I said, it is dermatologist recommended. And it's specially formulated for itchy, mature skin with moisturizers, skin conditioning agents, and Promoxine HCI, which helps relieve your itch and your irritation. Now, it's easy to find. Nearest Walmart, Walgreens, CVS. Just go there and ask for it. You can just look for this box. You can also go visit DerMend.com to find out more. But we have some great sponsors. And if you would, please support the sponsors. That's how I feed my family. And by looking at me, you can tell they pay me well. Hey, I've been feeding the family too much. Okay. It's today Friday. Can we stop now? Can I end the program? Nah, that's about it. I want to remind you to go to our other sponsors. TheToymaker.com. Have you checked out that one? This is not a big company. This is a family. Marilyn Scott Waters. She puts this great website together and makes welcome to my odd little world of paper toys, holiday cards, Valentine's, sun boxes, baskets, bags, origami, and others, all for you to make. She says, my goal is to help grown-ups and kids spend time together making things. It is my wish to amuse and delight. And go there, thetoymaker.com. See some of the cool stuff that Marilyn Scott Waters puts out for you. There's free toys stuff on there. There's great things for Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas. And then also there's a great book called The Math Carnival. The Toy Maker's Mysterious Math Carnival. It's there to amuse and delight. It's a downloadable PDF book that you can get with your kids and practice basic math skills. So go there and get it if you would, please. Mary's going to check it out. She likes crafts. Good. I got a whole box of them today, the crafts. I am terrible with the crafts, but even Maryland stuff, toymaker.com makes me look good. I know, Sue, it's Thursday. I was kidding. I was just hoping. ZonaPlus.com. Please go and check them out. WaxRx.com. Another one of our great sponsors. Find them online at waxrx.com and make sure you use the special code Rusty. Oh, podcast. Blunt Force Truth. One of my favorite podcasts, hosted by Chuck Woolery, Mark Young. Great guys. They do a fantastic podcast, and I would suggest you go and check it out. Diane says, good night, everyone. Keep our president safe. Thomas says, hey, Rusty, thanks. Enjoy the show. Thank you. Sue says, thank you for another terrific show. Love it as always. Thank you. Good night, everybody. We appreciate you. Don't forget the podcast, The Rusty Humphries Rebellion. That is available also at iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, all kinds of great places where they have great podcasts. That's it. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for hanging out. My name is Rusty Humphries. Here Monday through Friday, unless I've got something better to do. Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. in the East, 6 p.m. in the West. We'll be here tomorrow, I think. Right here on Facebook. All these great pages. Thank you so much for being here. May God bless you. May God bless America. I'm Rusty Humphries. This is the Rusty Humphries Rebellion.